Hello everyone, my name is Legend Ronnie and this game is Rise of Civilization. What this video is gonna be about is the new update that just hit the live servers. 3 new civilizations, 6 new commanders. This video is gonna be a review about the update. Now, I know you guys are waiting for it. Well, there's gonna be specific videos for everything. Give it time, please. This is just gonna be a review. So I'm gonna try to go through everything, say a little bit about something, but more specific videos are gonna come up in the future. So let's get started. Where can we start with? I'm gonna start with the civilizations. We have Ark of Osiris as well. We have the new commanders. There is a lot to talk about it. Now, if you're wondering which app I'm using right now, this is Memu. M-E-M-U. So BlueStack is not working. Nox is not working with Rise of Civilization at the moment. So this is MEMU. This is the app that I'm using right now to play and record my videos. Right, yo. Civilizations. 3 new freaking civilizations. Look at that. So we have Arabia, we have the Ottomans, and we have Byzantium. I hope I'm spelling the name correct. Now, Arabia, increased cavalry attack 5%. We already have a civilization that does that. Damage dealt to barbarians and other neutral units by 10%. Now let's hold here for a moment. Do we actually need that? Do we actually have problems killing neutral units, or do we have problems killing barbarians? We do not. When do we actually have problems with the neutral units? Let's think about it. When is the Karak event? When is the Karak event? When is the boss that is being summoned on the Karak event? Now, what they're trying to introduce with all these civilizations, I'm just gonna talk a little bit about it. I have to talk a little bit about it. Is they will make civilizations in such a way that some civilizations will be very good at something, some would be very good at something else. They will not in the future, probably even now, they're not going to be a all-time civilization. So the Arabia civilizations, they will be really good. When you rally, it says here that rallied armies by 5% increase the damage dealt, where 5% is nothing crazy about it. But what will this going to help you? This will go hand in hand with damage dealt to neutral units, and that's going to be the Karak event, because we know the Karak event has some really high difficulties, and believe me when I tell you, on the last difficulties we will really going to have some difficulties. So this is where I believe that Arabia is gonna excel the most. Not to mention there is those special bosses which you can summon from the Karak event, which I haven't summoned them, so I'm not sure if you can rally them or not. But this is where I would find Arabia really good. 5% on rallied armies is nothing too crazy about, but it would help if you actually want to rally. Now we have the Ottomans. Increase archers' health, troops' march speed, and active skill damage by 5%. People are asking me, is this gonna be the best civilization for cavalry? How can this be the best civilization for cavalry? I mean, that's totally wrong. This is going to be a specific archer civilizations. You have march speed, which archers they do need march speed. They really need to be a little bit more faster. You have active skill damage. All the archers commander, they have skill damage. This is a specific archer commander civilizations. You have special unit, the Janissary, that's all combining together. That's only pure benefit for archers. So if this is your focus into the game, archers, then Ottomans are probably going to be the best for you. You have health to your archers, march, skill damage, and special unit as archers. It doesn't matter which bonuses the special unit is going to have. Being a special unit, so I say this as well since I'm on this point. Being a special unit, it has more bonuses than any normal unit. This is why they call them special units. It's just that some archers some special unit archers might have a little bit more attack, like the British one. Some might have a little bit more health, some might have a little bit more defense, but all the special units, they have more stats, attack, defense and health than any other normal unit, and I'm talking about tier 4 and 5. Now we have the Byzantium, increase cavalry health by 5%, their special unit is Cataphract. So increase cavalry health by 5%, stone gathering by 10% and hospital capacity. Now you might be wondering, stone gathering, what the hell would you need stone gathering? Cavalry eat a lot of stone, trust me. If you have a lot of cavalry, whoever does it, they know how much stone they need for their cavalry. Build them and healing them. So increase cavalry health, I'm not really down with that, because cavalry, they are made for offense, they are made for damage. They are not such tanking units, so I'm not really happy about the cavalry health. Then you have stone gathering. Don't really think that's a problem, especially later on into the game. Maybe at the beginning it's gonna help you, but later on into the game nobody has problem with gatherings. We have problems with the tiles, they don't have enough resources. And then you have hospital capacity 15%. Well, that is the only nice thing that I would like about Byzantium. Obviously we have to test the special units, see how special they are. Do they have anything different than other cavalry? But I'm not, by what I'm reading right now, I'm not so hyped about Byzantium. Arabia, I forgot to mention, they also have a special unit, Memluk. Now personally, you are noticing something different, that they have a sword and they also have a bow and arrow. So we have to check if those are mounted archers or what are they special about, what they are classified as. Only when we will change to Arabia we will be able to find it out. Don't rush to change the civilizations. As I gather more information, I will do a proper video about the civilization. So this is what I have to say for now about the civilization. Something you can notice, or if you haven't noticed, Lohar's icon was changed. If you're using Lohar or you know about it, his icon was changed, or the portrait, to be more specific, it was changed. You have to remake your marches. They have been reset. So I want to give you a fair warning. For example, when you press gather, you have the new troops, so you have to remake your marches. I'm not sure, I don't think they share anymore on devices, or they used to be shared on all devices, but right now on any new devices that I log in, I have to remake the preset up formations. What else has been added into the new update? We have the war button, so we have the expedition and we have Ark of Osiris. Now the fact that they made the war button, it actually tells me that there is room for more. So there is room for more updates in the future of the game, so they'll probably introduce a lot more features. I would honestly like if they would introduce a lot more different things into the game. So we have the expedition, which you guys already know about it, and then we have Ark of Osiris. Now Ark of Osiris, there is so much to talk about it. It says here registration opens in 10 hours. I'm on Kingdom 16, 1016. So I'm one of the 16 kingdoms that will be able to experience Ark of Osiris. We have standings. Your alliance has not yet participated in the Ark of Osiris battleground. Then we have rules, which, guys, is better if you read the own rules. Our Ark of Osiris is gonna be very soon, and I will do a proper video about it. I will maybe even live stream it. And we have here, it says entering the battlegrounds. This is one of the points that I want to point out. The Ark of Osiris battle takes place on a new map separated from the rest of the kingdom. Once the battleground opens, governors will need to ensure that all their troops have returned to the city, no wounded troops are in their hospital, and their city is not in war frenzy state. Now, why they are highlighting this war frenzy state is because when you enter the Ark of Osiris, you get a bubble or a shield. I like to call it a bubble, it sounds really nice. If you have the war frenzy, you're most likely not going to get that shield. And you're gonna be in the Ark of Osiris for an hour or who knows how long, battling and enjoying, and then you might come out and you see your city zero and go like, oh no, what's going on? So pay attention to this. This is gonna be really important. So read the rules. They are put there and someone wrote them for a reason. Alliance leader and titled officers, most likely rank 4, can head to the manage army page and select up to 30 combatants to participate in the battle. That's gonna be massive, 30 versus 30. The top 20 alliances, now we already know that, and there is another point which I wanted to point out for everyone. There is the structures. Is very important to read what every single structure it does before you want to go in there, so you know which one you should actually control. Now one is important, the obelisk. It says the alliance who occupied an obelisk for the first time will receive an additional 5 teleport chances. And then if you reoccupy an obelisk which was previously occupied, you get another 2 teleport chances. Now why are they telling us that? Is because you have a maximum of 20 teleports per alliance. So you have 30 members joining, but there's only 20 teleports. So you might want to coordinate those teleports and people not just waste your teleports, or you will be doomed, or some of your most important players that you want to fast forward onto the Ark of Osiris or on that battleground will be stuck at the beginning. This is important. This is important that people will actually listen to you and try to occupy 2 obelisks at the beginning. If I'm correct and I looked on the map, there is 4 obelisks. So if you take 2, that's another 10 teleports. It means you have 1 teleport for each member. So that's gonna make you to 30 teleports. If the enemy, they are really cunning, they might cut you off, or if you are really cunning, you might cut off the enemy. Rewards. Now, this is alliance rewards. All members of the within the alliance will receive the following reward. Well, I have to say that first I thought that these are the only rewards, and I was like, what the hell, yo, this looks really thin. But these are really nice rewards, because all the members, so even not just the one that participate, it says, mentioned that all the members of the within alliance, of the winning alliance. So just for participating, you get all these rewards. If you lose, you still get these rewards. So participate, guys. It's worth it. Now there is the individual score. So it depends on your performance or how good you are. This is the stuff that you get. Up to 10 legendary commander sculpture, and it's not like first place, second or third place. Whoever scores 10,000 points. Whoever scores 10,000 points, they get these rewards. I don't think that's hard, isn't it? You score less points, even 3,000 points, you still get 5. Can't go wrong with that. Even if you lose, you still get gems and legendary sculptures. So I would say that it does pay off for the time that you spend in there. You get a lot of training hours as well, especially if you win. So there's only good stuff in it. I mean, even if you are an inactive alliance, I will still participate for the rewards. You lose, you still get freaking rewards. Before the starter, alliance must have more than 10 alliance flags and must be ranked among the top 20 in the kingdom. Well, 10 alliance flags, there's nothing crazy about it. Governors must have joined the alliance and upgraded their city hall to level 16. Alright, battleground rules. Now this is gonna tell you about the points, how you can obtain your points. And this is what I was mentioning on the structures. Each alliance has a maximum of 20 teleport chances. These teleport chances are shared across the alliance and can be used by any combatant. First occupation of an obelisk, which we are going to that structure, will award an additional 5 teleport chances. It brings you to 25 if 1 obelisk and 30 if 2 obelisks. So you can bring all your alliance on the front line and smash your freaking enemies, yo. While occupied obelisk will produce additional teleport chances for the occupying alliance over time. I suppose that's gonna be over a minute. So it says here, obelisk, first occupation, it tells you the points, and then it's another 20 points per minute, and that's individual score, 10 points, and another 2 points per minute. This is something that you want to read. Then is the caravans, which you can farm them. You just have to gather resources from them. You get a lot of points. The altars, you're noticing the altars, the shrine, the first occupation, there's a lot of points. Then is Ark of Osiris, when it's gonna appear. Ark of Osiris is gonna appear a little bit later on. It's not gonna appear at the start. So going through all this information, it is very, very important. There was one more place where there was information. Rules. Standings. Well, anyway, that was Ark of Osiris. That's what I have to say. I just wanted to highlight a couple of things. Coordination between your members is going to be very, very important. Now we have probably one of the most awaited moment of this video. Me talking about the commanders. I haven't summoned it yet because I want to do a chest opening video, which I haven't done it yet, because I'm trying for 3 hours just to make this program work. Finally made it work, and I hope I'm recording. Yes, I'm recording, thank God. We have 3 new legendaries, we have 3 new epics. I'm gonna talk about the epics first, and then I'm gonna go to the legendary ones. So only thing that I can say is that about their skills, I haven't summoned them, but we all know the talent trees, because we have cavalry, we have peacekeeping commanders, and we have mobility. Belisarius is somehow a copy of Double C. Double C is also peacekeeping, cavalry, and mobility. This is great news for any free-to-play players, because peacekeeping commanders, they are always needed. They are always great. Now, what it does as its first attack reduction and defense reduction. I think this is similar to Hannibal Barca. Similar. It only for 2 seconds with a 450 direct damage factor. Well, I have to say that his main skill is really awesome. I really, really like his main skill. But this is the type of commander that I wouldn't see as a main commander. The reason why is because he has cavalry, peacekeeping, and mobility. So cavalry is good, but there's no other good synergy with another talent tree. So a commander that has cavalry and skill, he's a much better option. Now his second skill, bonus damage to barbarians, because he's a peacekeeping. His third skill, increased defense of cavalry by 15%. Well, they made his main skill like really, really good, but they couldn't actually make all his skills that good. So his third skill is cavalry defense. You don't really need that much defense, and then increase the march speed after leaving the battle. So if things goes really, really bad for you, you get this 25% march bonus, which I believe it gives you enough time to run away. It might sound a little bit crazy, it's true, but still, having 50% on your cavalry defense is not that bad. I would say that he could make a very good synergy with Pelagius. So you have Pelagius, which grants another 50% cavalry defense. You have this guy with another 50%, and this guy compensates on the march speed if you need to bounce off, 25%. When target army has been reduced to less than target army, then 50% straight increased damage dealt to target by Belisarius' army. Whoa, 25%. Now that is a really good passive skill, yo. When your enemy is being reduced to less than 50% in straight, as it says target, it doesn't say your army, it says when target army has been reduced to less than 50% straight, increased damage dealt to target by Belisarius' army by another 25%. That's really awesome. So you get attack as well on this fella. Then you have the expertise, which, whoa, really, whoa, 30% defense on your cavalry. Are you freaking crazy? Whoa. This, for free to play, this is a great commander, yo. 30% defense on your cavalry. I believe that your cavalry with Pelagius, they're gonna be really tanky, yo. That's like 45% defense on your cavalry just from these two commanders. That is insane. And then you have march speed if you need to bounce off by 50%. Great free to play commander. Babers, cavalry, conquering, and skill. That sounds really awesome. What does his main skill does? Direct damage factor 750. That looks alright in a fan shaped area in front. Reduce current target march speed by 10% up to 30 for the next 2 seconds. So up to 750 direct damage factor. Wow, that looks really interesting. That's a lot of damage. Increase cavalry attack bonus 20%. Well, this guy grants attack and the other guy grants defense. I will still do a synergy with Pelagius. I wouldn't really pair one of these two guys together because that healing from Pelagius would help you a lot. Legendary commanders, Double C has healing, which also helps a little bit. You might saying, well, it's not that great. Well, it's troops that are coming back, so there's always great in that. You guys see how good my infantry is doing because of the healing, because I'm keep bringing troops back. So heal has an important factor in the battle. So the second one, 20% cavalry attack. I like that one. Damage factor, march speed, I'm not really down with that. Then you have the third one, which it has to be a synergy with his conquering. Attack reduction and defense reduction by the garrison. So whenever you're gonna attack a city with this fella, the garrison is gonna have 7% attack reduction and 7% defense reduction. Guerrilla. After exiting the battle, not routed. I'm not sure, I've read this 100 times, I'm not sure what they mean by that. A portion of the slightly wounded units will be healed. Healing factor is 200. Well, 200 is freaking low. It's terribly low. And the march speed will increase by 20% for 10 seconds. And it goes up to 50% and up to 200. So I'm not sure what they mean, what they put over there, not routed. How can you get routed? You exit the battle or not, you enter, you exit. Right, this is gonna be, this requires testing to see how actually this skill works, but it's definitely, it says exit in battle, so it's not really that useful. I like the attack bonus, not so much the march speed, which this makes him a very situational commander. This is gonna be a really good commander when you want to kill farms. So when you want to go on killing farms or on rampage like that, it says here 50% march speed when you exit the battle. Let's hope it's gonna work like that. So when you exit the battle, 50% march speed, so that means that you can go really quick from farm to farm and you can clear a large amount of farms with this fella. Keep getting this 50% march speed. His expertise is again damage factor and reduce the target's march speed. You can hit up to 5 targets. Very nice. The fact that he can go and hit up to 5 targets, he can be a very good AoE commander in the same time with cavalry. I'm not really hyped about him on the battles, because this is the only thing that is really good. And this one is just damage factor, much reduction, as I said, more for farm killing. We have Osman the First, Ottoman, Imperial Pioneer. My god. Leadership, conquering, and skill. So he is similar to Frederick. This is like a mirror of Frederick, imprinted on the epic version. So let's see what Osman the First does. Wield the Sword of Osman deals massive damage factor of 400 to the target, up to 850. So he is a pure damage dealer. What does the second skill does? Increase troops attack by 5% up to 15% for 120 seconds. Oh, that is really crazy. After attacking cities for more than 30 seconds. Well, I don't like that one. Not so much conquering with you. If I would attack city, I would use freaking legendaries. And for free to play, which free to play is gonna last more than 30 seconds attacking another city? Maybe attacking other free to play cities, it can work, but still, ish. Third skill, after an active skill is used, deal additional damage factor of to the target on the next turn. Wow. This is really good. 400 direct damage factor after each skill. That is crazy. This is a great nuker. So we can take the conquering part out. This is a really great nuker. Now you're probably wondering why I say that. Don't forget about the main commander skill, or whichever is going to be the main commander. Because that commander is going to use a skill as well. Then this one is going to go in. Then he's going to use his skill. Then this one is going to go in. So there's going to be a lot of damage factor up to 500. Not to mention that being a leadership, he has 10% troops capacity. So I would say that I would really give this guy a chance with Scipio. I would really give this guy a chance with Scipio. 20% troops capacity. This guy has nuke. Scipio has his second skill, which is again bonus damage increase. This can be really crazy. And look at that. Wield the Holy Sword of Osman with all the strength deals massive damage, 1100. And it still doesn't go up to Herman. Herman is 1150. But still, free-to-play players get another leadership commander with another 10% capacity, so they kinda give you an options to make that punching bag theory which I was talking about. 10% plus 10%, you're not going up to 30 like the legendary can, but still 20% troops capacity, so it's not really bad at all. He can probably work very nice with a nuker as well. The reason why I'm saying that, or for example Boadicea, someone that has a lot of skill damage, or he's on the skill talent pad. First of all, if he has the expertise, he's gonna do a lot of damage factor, and then as soon as they keep using their skills, as soon as Sword of Osman is gonna kick in, there's gonna be more damage for you. So yeah, I like this guy as well. So I like Belisarius and I like Osman the First. I'm not so happy about Babers. Right, now is the turn of the legendaries. Mehmed II is the only one available in the gold chest. So I'm just gonna go ahead. I'm just gonna go in the gold chest, in the tavern, and I have 142 keys. Now if I get lucky, I get lucky. If not, not. I'm just gonna open a couple of them. And I got Seed. What the F, yo? Then it says here, you already own this commander, you receive Elsie's culture times 10. Thank you very much. Alright, so let's open another one. So we got Osman. I'm gonna open 5 more. I'm gonna do a proper opening video because I have my other account as well. So we got freaking Gaius Marius, which I hate him. Blessed bundle YSG. Oh my god, this is going so good. We have freaking Lancelot. Get out of the way. Alright, confirm. So we didn't get him. I said if I get him in a couple of kills, I get him. If not, that's it. Mehmed II. Now he is available into the gold chest. You can go and check it yourself. Should have checked that as well. It's gonna be quick. Alright, so if we check the reward list, some of you are probably wondering why Richard and YSG. Well, because I'm in the very old kingdoms. In the very old kingdoms, these 2 commanders, they are unlocked in the gold chest. So this is why I have. So from the new commanders, only Mehmed is available in the gold chest. The other 2s, my best guess is gonna be Wheel of Fortune, because they are making a fortune with it. So that's why it's called Wheel of Fortune. Mehmed II. I was pretty impressed when I saw Mehmed II. He is the first one that can deal additional damage to garrisons and watchtowers. So his direct damage factor, the first one, is all the time up to maximum 5 targets in a fan shape area. So this is another AoE commander. So from 6 commanders we have 2 AoE commanders so far. That first damage works all the time, and the additional damage factor, that's the one that works only when you attack city or garrison, and it does damage to watchtower and the garrison itself. Additional damage. His second skill, attack bonus 20%. That is a lot. That is quite a lot. Skill damage bonus 30%. Wow. Yeah, that is just crazy. Lord of the Land and Sea, 30% skill damage bonus. Wow. When attacking the city, normal attacks have a chance, a 10% chance to cause additional damage. Well, this is something that you want to keep in mind, that this skill doesn't have an internal cooldown. It's not like the other commanders that it says like every 5 seconds. It does not. This one, if you are lucky enough, can go one after another. So you can get 3 of these damage factors in a row, especially at the beginning of the fight. If it does that, that's gonna be insane. But it's only when you attack cities. So this pretty limited the commander on attacking city. And other various tasks, which I'm just gonna talk when I'm gonna get there. The fourth one, troops capacity bonus 15%, rallied army capacity bonus 10%. That is huge, guys. That is huge. That is literally huge and insane. This commander has just become the main rally commander that you need in a rally, especially when it's maxed out, or especially when you want to rally cities. At least the first rally, when the watchtower is still at full health. So this is the main commander, and with who I would actually put him, most likely with Hannibal Barca or Julius Caesar. These 2 pairs is gonna be probably one of the most strong pair in taking down cities with fresh watchtower. 10% rallied army capacity. Now the reason I'm saying city is because, you know, when you attack passes and flags, there is a limit amount of troops. If I'm correct, I didn't do that much rally on flags and passes, but I still believe that it has to go up to the number, to the limit number that you can put in the flag. That means that you have a 2 million rally. Then you can get another 20% from the technology. That brings you to 2,400,000. Then is another 10% from the 2 million, which is 200,000. That's 2.6 million rally. Those 200,000 troops make such a huge difference that you have no idea. This guy just become a very important role in rallying cities. Then he has his expertise, which is crazy amount of damage. damage factor goes up to 500, and it has another 50% chance to deal a second burst of additional damage to city garrison and watchtower. Damage factor by another 500, so that's a lot of damage factor this guy does behind the 2.6 million rally. That's gonna be insane. Now let's take that over side, and you're probably wondering, okay, so why should I build up a legendary commander where I can only use him in rally cities? Well, there is other place where you can use Mehmed II, and where is it? AoE. Who other commander has so intense and so much damage factor that's only YSG? What else YSG has is skill damage bonus. That's 50%, this is another 30%. Now imagine that you grow up YSG with Mehmed II and you bring only archers with you. First, you can freaking bring 15% more archers with you. YSG is gonna boost the archers attack by another 100%, and you have another 20% attack bonus. All the attack bonus is just gonna boost the attack of the damage factor of your nukers. So that's gonna be a tremendously insane amount of AoE nuking that you can do with YSG and Mehmed. This is gonna be an insane pair if you put them with just archers. Not to mention, if you're a nation like British, so you have even more attack on your archers and bonus from the civilization. Yo, what the hell? Where is this gonna go to? That's insane. That's it. I just gave you the best ace ever. Constantine the First. So we have Constantine the First. Edict of Milan. For the next 5 seconds, decrease target's attack by up to 40%. Increase troops damage reduction in your armies and nearby friendly armies by 10%. How about that? How about that? 10% damage reduction. Wow. In nearby friendly armies. That is really big, yo. This main skill on Constantine, that is big. That's a lot of attack reduction on the main target by 40%. And for 5 seconds, damage reduction to you and your nearby friendly armies. Wow. And what? He's an infantry, garrison, and support. Whoa, whoa. This is gonna be huge, guys. This is literally huge. No wonder they didn't put him in the gold chest. This is gonna be a cash cow for them. They're gonna milk a lot of money out of this guy. Now, why you're wondering why I'm saying that is because of this freaking support talent tree. The rejuvenate from the support talent tree, there's 150 rage recovery after each skill. There's an insane amount of rage recovery that they can do with the support talent. And then you have the garrison. That's gonna be huge. I mean, you guys can check the support talent tree and you know which part I'm talking about. That's huge. Which one else had the support? Did anyone else? No. Only this guy is the first. So garrison and support. Yeah, that's insane, man. What the? Infantry health bonus 40%. 40% health bonus. Now you're probably wondering, why is health bonus important, or when is health bonus important? Where is health bonus important? This is how I think how the health bonus is very important in a battlefield, or how is it counted. The more health bonus that the troops have, the less units die per turn from the enemy attack. This is the only way I can see how health bonus being very useful. Then is the defense. The defense will gonna reduce the amount of attack. So there is a mathematical formula when the battle is happening that does all these calculations, and the result, when everything, that's when you get the numbers of troops that are being dead or you're losing per turn. So the defense is gonna reduce the attack, then whatever is gonna be left is gonna be calculated with the amount of health your troops have, and then you're gonna get the result, which are the missing troops from your army. This is how I see it. So this is where the health bonus is really important. 40%, that's huge, man. Increase the attack of the garrison by 2% and attack of the watchtower. So garrison and watchtower by another 10%. So that's a lot of bonus when this guy is in garrison. Let's see what this guy does. Watchtower defense and garrison attack. Pretty similar. So nothing too special on that one. Then he has the last one. When troops units are below 50%, give a powerful treatment healing factor, which can only be triggered once per hour after the troops left the city. Well, it's specified there because people have been texting me. 7,500 up to 15,000 healing factor. Well, there is a huge boost in the healing for your troops, but it mentions there which can only be triggered once per hour after the troops left the city. So it tells me that this does not work in the city. When troops units are below 50%, gives a powerful treatment healing factor, 15,000, which can only be triggered once per hour after the troops left the city. So that's the only way that healing factor is gonna work. One time when he's on the battlefield. Now if you wanna ask me, 15,000 healing factor when your troops are 15%, I wouldn't put so much hopes in it to be such high amount of troops. It will make a difference at least one time, but still it's really thin. They should make it maybe every 10 minutes, so you can have a more utility out of this commander. So basically you can get this once per battle, but once per hour is too long. This is the only thing that I'm hyped about it. 40% health bonus on your infantry. This could make a really good pair with Charles Martel, considering that we're gonna talk about the next commander. Then you have attack reduction, damage taken reduced. I would really see a good pair with Charles Martel. Whoa! What the hell, yo? The one and only Augustus. Wow, his expertise is crazy, man. Increase troops attack by 25% and defense by 5%. Wow. 25% attack on infantry. That is insane. This motherfucker is crazy. I really like him. As I mentioned, he's gonna be a cash cow. That's why he's not on the gold chest. Saladin. It is not that I want to be king. I'm always ready for a challenge, Richard. How about that? I was sure he's gonna say something about Richard. Come on, say it again. We have only done the milking and Aleppo with the others. Come on, you just said it once about Richard. Say it again. I warn you against shedding blood, for blood never sleeps. I'm always ready for your challenge, Richard. Okay. Now, in my opinion, and I have to say that Saladin is probably the most overpowered commander that they have released yet. Constantine looks insanely strong. Very, very strong, insanely strong. They kinda need to work on his 4th skill if they want to make him OP. If not, that's his only downfall, his 4th skill, because it's once per hour and only when he's outside the city. But they made Saladin which they made him an insane commander. Now you're probably wondering, because I have recharged and it says here healing effect reduction by 40% and he's a counter to recharge. He is a counter to recharge, that is correct. He does a lot of direct damage factor. The healing effect is for freaking 5 seconds, so it's very, very long. It can probably keep the healing effect all the time on your recharge. But the fact that bothers me the most is that he is a cavalry commander. We already have very strong cavalry commander and I'm barely doing against cavalry commander. So this is gonna be the first cavalry commander that can actually beat the infantry, which, if you wanna ask me, it doesn't really feel right. Troops should have a counter, everything should have an order of things. If nobody can counter the cavalry, then what is the point of the game? That everyone will just build cavalry. We will all just play with cavalry. What's the point of infantry and what's the point of archers, since cavalry is countering the archers? It's pretty useless, isn't it? Now we look at his second skill and he grants 20% attack bonus, 20% defense bonus and 5% march speed. Now if you make the sum, there's like 45% of bonuses which no other cavalry commander grants it. They all do, like Minamoto does 10% march speed and 20% attack. Then we have Double C, which even himself does 10% cavalry march and 30% cavalry attack bonus. On this guy they made it 20, 20 and 5. So it's even extra bonuses than any other legendary commander, not to mention his main one with the healing effect and march speed reduction. Then we have the third one, skill damage taken reduction, 50%. Counter attack damage taken reduction, which is 30%. Well, that is insane. Now you're probably wondering why counter attack, because that is the way that mostly infantry managed to kill things, with the counter attack. Well, this guy has counter attack damage reduction, so this is a cavalry anti-infantry, which is silly. I mean, I was expecting some of the commanders to actually, let's say, counter recharge healing, but to make cavalry to counter infantry, that's, I don't know, I don't consider it right, because everyone is just gonna build cavalry from now on and the game is gonna be Rise of Cavalry. Increase damage to garrison by 10%, but Saladin is unable to plunder resources by attacking. Oh, that's such a problem. So they have to give him 25% damage to garrisons. So when he's attacking garrisons, and it doesn't mention that garrisons in the city, garrison can be considered in a flag or can be considered in a pass. So this is 25% damage to garrison. So every skill that this guy has is literally insane. Insane. We go to his expertise, which it even increases damage factor to 1700. That brings us to, this is the third commander that has this high amount of damage factor. Then reduces march speed, which doesn't matter, and healing effect by 50%. So yeah, the expertise is not that crazy, but in a rally 1700 damage factor is crazy. Literally crazy. So let's say you can put Saladin with Mehmed. That's an insane amount of damage. I don't know what they were thinking when they made this 50% skill damage reduction. But this guy is not just gonna counter infantry. This guy is gonna counter any other cavalry, because any other cavalry they have commanders that do a lot of skill damage. So this is 50% just from this. That is insane. I was speechless when I saw this amount of bonuses on his skills. 25% on garrison. I don't know. In my opinion, it's too much that they have put in Saladin. Right. So I mentioned that this is a update review and I'm doing a 50 minutes video. Well, I had to talk a lot about it, And I hope you guys enjoyed, or I hope you find it helpful, because I can't do it any shorter than this. Until next time, as I mentioned, there's gonna be proper video about the update. This is your boy Legend Ronnie signing out. Peace out. There's gonna be civilization preview as well. I'm gonna do a video for that, do not worry. All in good times worth. Until next time, this is your boy Legend Ronnie signing out. That's it. End with this video. This is just insane. An insane update required an insane video.